Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Variant Sudoku by PDN. I looked at my logs. I haven't done a puzzle by PDN in something like 2 years. PDN submitted some very early puzzles to my channel, and then it's kind of been nothing. This was a recommendation from a puzzle that was submitted to Logic Masters Germany, and yeah, I'm going to give it a look. The rules on this one, that as they were submitted, were a little bit weird, but yeah, whatever. It's the way it is. So, of course, I just released the Cagey Constraints puzzle pack on the channel, and yeah, hopefully people are engaging with that. Videos for that will be coming soon, so keep your eye out for that. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to make all of that work. There's a couple of options I'm investigating, but they will be coming out starting in a week or so. So anyway, let's look at Variant Sudoku by PDN. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Standard Palindrome, Little Killer and Kropki, no negative constraint rules apply. So Kropki pairs. To wit, digits along palindrome lines must read the same forward and backwards. So digits that you put on a line, whichever direction you read the number that goes onto a line from, it will read the same. So for example, if this was 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, whichever end you start reading from, the number will be the same. So it could be 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4. That's the way a palindrome works. Numbers outside the grid indicate the sum of the digits on their indicated diagonal. Digits on these diagonals may repeat when otherwise allowed. So the sum of those two digits would be 3. The sum of those two digits will be 4. The repeating thing not needed because they're all in the same box. Neighboring digits marked with a white Kropki dot are consecutive. So these two digits must be consecutive. These two must be consecutive. Neighboring digits marked with a black Kropki dot have a 2-to-1 ratio. Weird wording. So these digits are in a 2-to-1 ratio. These digits are in a 2-to-1 ratio. Not all dots are given. So what that means is it would be perfectly fine for these dots to be consecutive or these dots to be in a 2-to-1 ratio. In fact, somewhere in the puzzle, there must be two digits that are consecutive that are not separated by a white dot, and somewhere there must be two digits that are in a 2-to-1 ratio that are not given by a black dot. But anyway, I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So we do know that those two digits have to sum to 3. The minimum they can be is 1 and 2 because they're in the same box, so they can't be the same digit. So they must be 1 and 2 because 1 and 2 sum to 3. Now, that is at the end of a palindrome, so that must be 1 or 2, but these two digits have to sum to 4. So if this was a 2, that would have to be a 2, and that doesn't work. So that's a 1, that's a 3. So this is a 1 because it's the other end of the palindrome. That's 2 from the end of this long palindrome. So that's the 3, and that's the 2. So we get that straight away. Now, we've also got this run of black dots. Now, this is actually kind of important. This has to be a 2 or a 4 because black dots have a couple of different variations on them. So the first thing is it'll always be any single black dot will be a low digit and then it's even double digit. So 1 doubling to 2, 2 doubling to 4, 3 doubling to 6, 4 doubling to 8. When you have a run of 3, you stop there because 5 doubling to 10 leaves the range of Sudoku digits. Now we can never put 3, 6 on a run of 3 dots that see each other because 3 and 6 only partner with each other. So when you've got a run of 3 black dots, it either goes 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. So the middle digit has to be 2, 4. So if this is 1, 2, 4, it could go 1, 2, 4. Well, this can't be 1 or 2. So this is either, so it can't be 2, 4, 8 or 1, 2, 4. It can be 1, 2, 4 or 2, 4, 8. That's the only possibility because I can't start here because it's got to go. If I started here, this would have to be 1 or 2 and it can't be. So this is 4, 8. So this here is 4, 8 and this is 2, 4, which means this is 2, 4. Now that it being, now any two digits separated by a consecutive dot must be different parity. So this is 1, 3 or 5. So this is 1, 3 or 5, but this can't be 5 because it's consecutive with 1 or 2. So this, right. So this can't, Right, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can't be 5. So this can't be 5, but this is odd. So this has to be the even digit. So this has to be 2, 4, 8. So that becomes 4, 8. So this becomes 8, 4. The 4 makes that both of those the 3. And the long palindrome line is done. That's kind of cool. Okay, so 3 is in one of those two cells by Sudoku because those 3s knock out all of those. That 3 knocks out that one. Now, that means these are from 2, 3, 4. Now, there's no 2 there. 2 is actually in one of those. Now, these are 2, 3, 4. Now, if this... So this is 3... Oh, that's 3, 4, but that's the other end of that line. So it can't be 3. That's 4. That's the 3, which is 6 on a black dot. It's the only partner it has. So along this line, I must go 4, 6. And that's that done. Now, consecutive with 4 is only 3 or 5, so that becomes the 5. And this line is now done. Okay, that's cool. Now, I'm actually going to look at this quadruple because they're 1, 5, 7, and 9. Now, that is actually restricted on this line because this means this is 1, 5, 7, or 9, but it can't be 1 or 5. So I can take 1 and 5 out of that, and that becomes 7, 9. The rest of this was probably over pencil marking. I can't put a 5 there. But, you know, I can't put a 1 there. So 1 is in one of those two. Oh, it's not at the bottom. So that actually was pretty good. It turned out better than I thought it would. Can I do the same here? Because this can't be 1. It could be 2. It can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. It can be 7. It can't be 8. It could be 9. So these are 2, 7, and 9. Maybe. Okay. Now 3 is in one of those. Maybe it's this, but it's probably this line. Now this can't be 1, 2. It can't be 4, 8. So it's either 2, 4 or 3, 6. Now I can't put a 2 there, so that's not a 4. And I can't put a 3 there, so that's not a 6. So this is 4 or 6. And that jumps to there, and it can't be a 4. So that's a 6, that's a 6, that's a 3. 3 can only go next to 2 or 4, and that can't be a 4. So that's the 2. 6 can only go next to 5 or 7. Okay. I've made a lot of deductions there. 6 goes in one of those two. Is it that digit now? Now, whatever goes in here has to go up here. I'm probably just being blind. 4 is in one of those two. 4 is in one of those two. Oh, that 3 says that's not the 3, that's the 3. So what is this? Because these are the same digit. They're not 1, they're not 2, they're not 3, they're not 4. It could be 5, it can't be 6. It could be 7, 8, 9. I think. So that's not the place to look. I am looking in the wrong place. Okay, so is this dot the only thing I haven't resolved? Three is in one of those two. 3 is not in... Oh, that's a 3. Where's 3 in box 6? It's not in any of those. It's not in any of those. It's not there, and that's a 6. That's a 3. So that's not a 3. That's a 3. Have I got all the 3s now? I've got all the 3s now. Now 6 is not in any of those. Right, that's 6 by Sudoku, which means that's a 6 by Sudoku, which takes 6 out of there and puts 6 into there. How many 6s am I missing now? 6 is in one of those two and one of those two. So I've got 6 down to 4 cells. So that's maybe helpful. I've got to put 5 in one of those. Well, 5 is in one of those two in box 7. There's another digit that's going to be a little bit like that. Where's 2 in box 2? That 2 knocks 2 out of those. That 2 knocks 2 out of there. And I can't put 2 there because that would make that. So that's 2. That's 6, which resolves the X-wing on 6s. Now can I do a lot with 2s? I can. That 2 takes 2 out of those. That 2 takes 2 out of those. That's a 3, 6. That is the 2, which takes 2 off that palindrome. That becomes another 7, 9. Similar to that one. So this is 7, 9, and now that 7, 9 pair makes that the 5, taking 5 out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is an 8. 8 and 8 now puts 8 in one of those 2. Now I could probably colour these, but I don't know that I need to. We'll see if that becomes a thing. It may become a thing. Now, what was I just putting in? I was putting in 3s. But I've placed all the 3s. I can see 4 is in one of those 2. 4 is in one of those 4s. Those 4. One of those 4s. 4 is in one of those 4s. That's not what I meant. Hang on. 4 is in one of those 4. 4 has to be up here. Here we go. Where is 4 in row 1? Now, it can't be in any of those, and it can't be in any of those. It can't be there, so it's in one of those 2. But if 4 was here, it would reflect to here, and that would cause a conflict. 4 is not there. 4 is here, which knocks 4 out of there and puts 4 into here. There you go. Now, there must be an even digit on that dot. If it's 2, it's here, and this would have to be 1 because it couldn't be 3. If it's 8, this would be a 7, 8, 9 triple. And I think that's okay. I do want to look at these now. They can't be 1. They can't be 2, 3, 4. It could be 5. It can't be 6. Could it be 7, 8, 9 still? I think it can. Huh. It is not collapsing. This is not a 5. Maybe I do need to colour 7s and 9s. Because what colouring does for you is I can say, I don't know whether this is 7 or 9, but whatever it is, this is going to be the same thing. So I know that the 2 yellows are the same digit. Now this can't be the same digit as yellow. This is going to be a different digit because you can't repeat digits in the same row. You also can't repeat digits in the same box. So these are also going to be yellow because these are the same digit. And this can't be the same as yellow, so that's going to be green. So green goes in here. Now, yellow has to be up here. I don't think this has helped me yet. I know green is in here. I don't think this has helped me yet. 1, I've got to put a 2 in here. Well, where's 2 in column 8? I can't put 2 in those. I can't put 2 in any of those. And there's a 2 looking at that. That's a 2. So this is 5, 7, or 9. This is a 5, 7, 9 triple. So what's this triple? 1, 2. Can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, and 8 go into those. Well, there's no 2 there. So 2 is in one of those 2. This is 1 or 8. Now, this can't be a 1 because so this is an even digit. If this was a 1, that'd be a 2 and that's broken. So this is even. So if this is 2, this is 1. We absolutely know that because it can't be 3. And if it's 8, it's 7 or 9. So this is 1, 7 or 9, which I don't think has helped me much. If this is 8, this is green. Okay. Is it these? Right, this can't be 7 or 9 because it sees yellow and green. So this is not 7 or 9 because green sees that and yellow sees that because these are different digits because of the colouring. So this has to be 5 or 8. That might help. I'm missing an obvious thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 5, 7, 9, and 5 is looking up here. That takes 5 out of those. Ah, that 5 says that's not the 5. That's 7, 9. That is the 5. This is now green. So green is in here. But I know what these are. This is a 2-8 pair. Now these are the same digit. Is that doing anything? I mean, this is rated as a 1-star puzzle, and it's definitely been that up until now. I've missed something. I don't know what it is. Like yellow in box 5 is not in any of those, and it's not 5 or 8. So yellow is in one of those two. So yellow is up here, but I don't think that's it. Green is in one of those, but I knew that. Green. I've got to put a 1 in here, but that's not it either. It will be simple scanning. Is this one? This is one. Oh, this is 789. Right. Right. This is 789 in the column. So this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. This is 789, giving me a 789 in the row. So this is 5 and this is 5, which makes that 7, which takes 7 out of both of those, and now yellow becomes 9. Putting 9 in one of those two, and now I can make green 7, and I can get rid of all the colouring. There you go. That's what it was. So there's no 7 in any of those. There's no 7 here. This is an 8, 9 looking down, making that the 1. Takes 1 out of there. This becomes a 2, 8 pair, which makes this is 5 by column. There you go. That's what it was. I'm cool with that. The 8, 9, of course, takes the 9 out of there. So this is 1, 7. Still not resolved. But one of these is going to give me the other. So that's cool. I mean, it's fine. I will get there. This is a triple, which is 4, 5, 9. There's no 4 there. Yeah, not got it yet. Now, these are the same. Okay, what's this triple? 1, 4, 7. There's no 4 there. That actually has not helped me yet at all. So there's no 1 there or there. So that is a 1. And this is a quad, which is 5, 7, 8, 9. Now there's no 8 or 7 there, so that's the 5, 9, which I already had. But the 5, of course, makes that the 9 and that the 5, which takes 5 out of those. And the 4, 9, of course, takes the 9 out of there, which makes sense because I just put 9 in the box. The 5, 7 looks across, making that the 8, and that's going to do everything. Because the 8 looks back, making that the 2, which is consecutive with the 1, making that the 7. The 2 makes that the 8. The 5 looks across, making that the 7 and that the 5. And now this should hopefully collapse. There's no 9 here because I've already got a 9 in the row. This is the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 8. This triple is 1, 2, and 7. Now, there's already a 1 in this row, so that's the 1. This becomes 2, 7. That's not really resolving itself to me yet, but the 1 looks down, making that the 7, and I take 7 out of there. This column is missing an 8, so that becomes the 8, which looks across, making both of those 9 because of the palindrome, making that the 8. The 9 looks back, making that 4 and that 9. This row is missing 1 and 5 because all of the other digits are there. The 5 looks up, making that the 1 and that the 5. The 1 looks down, making that the 4 and that the 1. The 8 looks down, making that the 2 and that the 8. The 2 looks up, making that the 7 and that the 2. These are 4 and 7, and I'll use that 7 to make that the 4 and that the 7. And there's no solution embedded into the puzzle, which I should have checked before I started solving this. This is the problem with using Setter provided links, because I will always provide you a link with the solution. So I will check. I often don't do this because I just make this go away, and I do like these puzzles, otherwise I wouldn't feature them. But what I will do is I will generate a link with the solution, and I will post that below. I will confirm that this is the correct solution. The recommendations I normally get will have the solution with it, or I'll run it through a computer solver or something to confirm that it's good. If that's not provided, should be. Then I will provide that link below. And if it's not the correct solution that I have here, you will not see this video. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy this puzzle. That was a lot of fun. And as always, good luck with your solving.